are growing concerns that the ongoing water restrictions in Gauteng could impact hospitals and schools. And to discuss this further, we're joined now by Eleanor Mavimbela. She's the Joburg water spokesperson. Eleanor, thanks for joining us. Is there a major cause for concern here? Because residents say that they're not going to stop protesting and they're in desperate need of water.
Thank you for inviting me this morning. Well, with regards to hospitals and clinics and schools in the affected areas, we have been prioritizing them in terms of making sure that there's alternative water supply in terms of water tankers. They are our first priority when it comes to ensuring that there's alternative water supply in areas.
Why isn't there water, and how long is it going to take for that water to come back online?
Well, when it comes to South Hills, unfortunately, last week, Rand Water had a power failure at one of the systems that feeds into our South Hills tower. So their system, unfortunately, hasn't been able to recover sufficiently until now. So they have not been able to pump water into our tower that feeds into the area. So what Rand Water has notified us of from last night is that they're going to try to do alternative means in order to get water from the other healthier systems and feed into their reservoir that feeds into the South Hills Tower, so that we can at least start supplying residents in the South Hills, Linmaya, and the Hills areas as soon as it is possible.
When will that happen?
Well, we're waiting to see how the reservoir will recover. If it gains capacity throughout this day, then we'll be able to pump into the tower. Then hopefully by the end of today, early tomorrow morning, then residents should start then getting water. So as soon as the rainwater system recovers sufficiently, we'll be able to then pump into the tower and feed the residents with water as soon as it is possible.
Okay, so with any luck, there should be water coming into that South Hills area by tomorrow morning.
Yes, if everything goes according to plan and the system is able to be boosted from the rainwater side, then we're expecting that at least then residents should start getting water from tomorrow morning.
If that doesn't happen, can you bring water tankers out there?
We do already have water tankers in the area because, as you can imagine, it's a large area that has been affected. We are trying our best to ensure that if the critical customers have been being assisted first. And then after that, we have been distributing water tankers as of last week already. So there are stationary water tankers and roaming tankers in the affected areas. We are refilling them as and when needed. So we are trying our best to assist residents affected in the South Hills area.
And then the last question, you said that you are prioritizing schools and hospitals. If things don't work out, how high is the risk of them running out of water? I know you're trying, but what are the chances of them having a problem?
Well, because we trying our best to ensure that they do have water tankers so that their services are not interrupted at all. So that they do have our contact number. So we do have people checking in on the hospitals and the schools in the area to ensure that their services are not interrupted at all. So we will make sure that there is alternative water supply for hospitals and clinics and schools in the area so that their services are not interrupted at all.
Eleanor, before I let you go, just name the areas for me, please, so that our viewers know that should have water back on stream tomorrow.
So we're talking the South Hills Tower feeds areas like your South Hills, they feed the Hill, they feed your Linmaya areas as well.
All right, thank you so much. Let's hope that that happens. Eleanor, the Mavimbela, Joburg's water spokesperson, thank you for coming on air with us. And you heard it here, there should be water back on tap by tomorrow morning if all goes ahead as scheduled.